In order to learn how to love your education, you first learned how to subconsciously adopt a mastery goal. This meant learning how to internalize incremental beliefs of intelligence, how to create and internalize ideal self, current self discrepancies based on self-transcendence values, and how to create an association between engaging with your education and becoming your ideal self. After learning how to subconsciously adopt a mastery goal, you learned how to orient your subconscious toward adopting the approach version of your mastery goal. This meant learning how to identify helpful and harmful environmental cues, and how to identify and change helpful and harmful emotions and sensations using mood congruence. You also learned how to use framing effects to nudge your subconscious in the right direction. If you have already implemented these lessons, then you will have experienced pleasant emotions while pursuing your mastery approach goals. The final lesson in learning how to love your education is learning how to reinforce the emotional weight of your mastery approach goal so that the emotions it creates are intensified to the point of passion and love. The practices and topics covered in this final lesson do not create passion and love themselves. Instead, they interact with the components of your mastery approach goal so that your goal itself creates more passion, more joy, and more love for engaging with your education. So it's important that you implement what you have learned up to this point before you implement what we're going to learn going forward. Reinforcing the emotional weight of your mastery approach goal means optimizing 3 components of your mastery approach goal pursuit. Those components are pursuit efficacy, pursuit efficiency, and pursuit expense. The first component we will optimize is pursuit efficacy, the felt sense that you can reach your meta goal of becoming your ideal self. Having high pursuit efficacy will decrease the hesitation involved in spending time on a goal that you're not sure you can accomplish, while also reinforcing the association between your short-term mastery approach goal of building task competence and the meta goal of becoming your ideal self. The second component we'll optimize is pursuit efficiency, the relationship between the amount of time and effort you spend on making progress and the amount of progress you actually make. Having high pursuit efficiency will decrease the frustration that comes when your efforts feel wasted, while also making the time and effort you spend feel more rewarding. The last component we will optimize is pursuit expense, the relationship between the number of mental resources making progress requires and the number of mental resources you have. Lowering pursuit expense will reduce fatigue and prevent your subconscious mind from constantly wondering if those resources could be better spent on pursuing other goals. So let's talk about pursuit efficacy. Pursuit efficacy results from 2 things. The first is how clearly you can see the steps involved in becoming your ideal self. The second is how certain you feel about your ability to take those steps. How clearly do you see the path to becoming your ideal self? How certain are you that you can walk that path? You already worked on seeing your path clearly in the final step of adopting a mastery goal, when you create an association between becoming who you want to be and engaging with your education. Becoming certain that you can walk that path means increasing your academic confidence and your self-efficacy. Confidence and self-efficacy are often used interchangeably, but there are important differences according to cognitive psychologists. Confidence is task-specific and results from conscious processes. Self-efficacy is generalized and results from subconscious processes. Your conscious mind increases or decreases your confidence by using task-relevant episodic memories, which means that you can consciously increase your sense of confidence by remembering a time when you accomplished something similar to the task at hand. For example, you can feel more confident in your ability to learn the lessons you need to learn by remembering a time when you successfully learned something new. Remembering your academic successes increases your academic confidence. Your subconscious, on the other hand, increases or decreases your self-efficacy using construct-relevant prototypical memories of success and failure. Constructs are mental representations of abstract concepts. Success is a construct because it doesn't exist as an object that we can see or touch, but it does exist as an idea in our minds. Prototypical memories are made up of many episodic memories that are processed simultaneously, and they focus on patterns in those episodic memories. So construct-relevant prototypical memories of success means remembering all of your recent successes and failures and comparing how often you succeed to how often you fail. This means that succeeding at anything will increase your self-efficacy, even when it has nothing to do with the task at hand. There are two ways to increase your self-efficacy. The first is to create more memories that are associated with the construct of success. And the second way is to bias the subconscious toward remembering success. The most reliable way to create more memories that are associated with the construct of success is to use goal-based framing effects for your everyday activities. Goal-based framing effects occur when you verbalize your intention to do something as a goal that you can succeed or fail to accomplish. For example, verbalizing your intention to make your bed as a goal means that making your bed becomes something you can succeed at. Celebrating the success of making your bed reinforces the association between the activity of making your bed and the construct of success, so that your subconscious will remember the time you made your bed when it's thinking about times you succeeded at something. Success. Just like that, you've created a success memory. But only creating one success memory won't have noticeable effects on your self-efficacy. You'll need to create a steady supply of success memories by repeating this process for several of your daily activities, allowing you to succeed several times a day. Eventually, your construct-relevant, prototypical memories of success and failure will be saturated with success memories, making failure feel like an anomaly. This process is reliable and powerful, but it takes time and repetition. I recommend using notes around your house to remind you to use goal-based framing effects. The second way to increase your self-efficacy is to bias your subconscious mind to disproportionately recall success memories using embodied cognition. Embodied cognition describes how certain bodily states and physical behaviors bias us to think about things that cause similar bodily states and behaviors. The most well-known example is how choosing to smile when you feel ambivalent makes you more likely to think about things that make you smile, which could make you happy, aka smile therapy. The way we use embodied cognition to increase self-efficacy is similar to the way we use mood congruence to encourage the adoption of approach goals. The physical behaviors that increase your self-efficacy are holding your head up high, taking up a lot of physical space, and keeping an open posture. This is because high self-efficacy encourages you to increase your visibility. Choosing to increase your visibility makes you more likely to think about things that encourage you to increase your visibility, which could in turn increase your self-efficacy. This strategy is less reliable than the first because its influence on self-efficacy is indirect, and it's less powerful because it doesn't accumulate over time, but it's fast-acting. I recommend using both strategies because the strengths of one compensate for the weaknesses of the other. In summary, you can reinforce the pursuit efficacy of your mastery approach goal by increasing your academic confidence and your self-efficacy. You can increase your academic confidence by remembering your academic successes, and you can increase your self-efficacy by creating more success memories and biasing your subconscious to remember your successes. In implementing our earlier lessons, you've charted a path from who you currently are to who you want to become. High academic confidence and high self-efficacy will let you walk down that path without hesitation.